Hello everyone, it's our very first day with some field work in La Palma, and right now we are in a place called Mirador de la Cumbrecita. This is actually a caldera that was formed, and you can actually see the caldera walls ahead of me. All of the rock masses that you see here is actually part of the caldera wall, and this is very interesting. This is old rocks over here. Old because we can say that because we see a lot of vegetation over here, we see a lot of erosion, and if you look very closely at the caldera wall, you can actually see a lot of vertical dike intrusions. And another very interesting feature is if you look up there, I don't really know if it's well visible on the camera, but if you look up there, you can also see like small scoria cones, which were local sources of volcanic eruptions. So this place actually holds evidence of both effusive and explosive eruption. We will be going around this place, taking a better look. You can see all of the pine forest over here, and yeah, it's simply beautiful. Hello everyone, so we are now at the location of the San Antonio volcano from 1677, and firstly take a look at the beautiful site over here. Here is the volcano. Hello, and here is another view of the volcano. Behind me you can see the crater. This is where the entire flank collapsed. The top of the volcano collapsed, and you have this caldera forming now. You can see how the pines have grown over here now slowly, and on this side you can actually see all of the lava flows, some areas of it now being cultivated, somewhere over there, everywhere actually. And that is where you can see a part of the lava that has gone into the ocean. This is beautiful. So what you see here is actually one of the youngest landforms in Spain. This is where you see the impact of the 1971 Teneguia volcano. Some of the youngest landforms here. The lava flowed down this area and gave rise to the magnificent blackish landscape that you see here. Interestingly, this is where they thought that the 2001 La Palma eruption would occur, and they initially assumed that given that there are only banana plantations and some grape vines over here, the damage caused wouldn't be very high. But what happened was that the volcano propagated towards that side, and it actually caused havoc where there is higher population density somewhere around there. So this is where
looks like there's no safe places on the ridges.
I know usually like expected it to go.
Yeah, that's what it
Hello, so this is actually a site where you can see 3 different volcanic eruptions. Right here, the central caldera, the big huge one that you see here, is about 2000 years old. Up ahead over there in the small bump that you see was the San Antonio volcano of 1677, and the youngest landscape in this region is this, which was 1971. You see 3 different volcanic eruptions in one location. This has been a very active region. The Cumbre Vieja rift along here.
So as scientists, when we are monitoring volcanoes, there is uncertainty in the data that we're collecting, and volcanoes can behave in ways that we don't fully understand. So initially, the deformation and the seismicity suggested that volcanism, or that the volcanic eruption of the 2021 event might happen further to the south, away from as many populated areas. But it was only in the few days prior to the eruption that those geophysical signals moved further north and then were around the area that the eruption eventually happened. So as scientists, there's always challenges in interpreting the data that we collect and understanding what it means in a timely enough manner, and there's always uncertainty. So that's why eruption forecasts are always percentage forecasts rather than an absolute this will happen at a certain time, and that reflects that uncertainty that we have. You know, we do the best we can with the information that we have available, but it's never perfect.
Please, can you please take
Hello again. So we are very close to the sea here. You can see the sea behind me, and this is where the lava from the Teneguia 1971 eruption came down, and it went down to the sea. It actually extended the island by a few kilometers, and that is what you can see. This is fresh lava from 1971, extremely new. You can see the dark color of it, and now we'll go by the beach, and perhaps some of us might get into the water if they wish to. So as I mentioned, this part of the land was actually formed in 1971, and that essentially means that I'm walking on some of the youngest portions of land, and especially for me at least, this is the youngest land that I have walked on, only formed as recently as 1971. You can see the columnar lava flows. Some of it is of course old lava from previous eruptions, but the ones over there you can see is very fresh from 1971.
geological bank.